Hey guys, welcome to the channel. It's Carolyn. I'm an empath and psychic, and today's video I'm going to be telling you guys all about soulmates and twin flames. So first things first, I think we should discuss what is the difference between a soulmate and a twin flame, because oftentimes I feel like people don't really understand what the differences are, or they kind of think that the words are interchangeable for one another. So I'm going to start by explaining what a soulmate is. Now there's so many different types of soulmates, and I can talk about them all in a later video if you guys want to see that, but basically a soulmate is someone who is your other half because they kind of mesh with you. You guys have a lot in common, and there's going to be a lot of similarities, and it's going to feel like you guys have a lot of history together, and this is someone where your souls are kind of tied together through a soul contract. This is going to be someone that you might have known in previous lifetimes or before this lifetime. You guys made an agreement to be each other's soulmates, and you guys can have multiple different soulmates in one lifetime. They come into your life to teach you a lesson, and then after that lesson is learned, they leave. And there are some that actually come into your life and stay for you guys to be in union, and that is the lesson that you guys learn. But a twin flame, on the other hand, is someone who is meant to teach you a lesson, but you can only have one of them. Now most of the time they are romantic, but they can be platonic. And so this can be someone that you guys just mirror each other. Your lives kind of connect and intersect in a way that's different from a soulmate. A soulmate, you're more just getting along with them and fitting very well with your personalities. A twin flame is your other half. It's another part of your soul. It's like your soul was cut in half and they are the other missing piece. And your lives are going to be lined up in a way where you guys mirror one another a lot. There's going to be a lot of similarities in the way you grew up, in your dating history, the ways that your lives have kind of shaped you and grew you into the person that you are. And a lot of times with twin flames, there's going to be some sort of big major lesson and big shift in your energy when you meet them. And they come into your life so you guys can both grow and you can both evolve. And there typically is a separation period between you and your twin flame. This isn't the case for everyone, but majority of the time there's either a separation period where you guys are not together, or there's a lot of distance separating you guys. But you go through this lesson so you guys can kind of be by yourselves and you can reflect, and you do a lot of healing and growing during this. And this is kind of where you guys really figure out what you want out of life. And then after you overcome the lessons that you were meant to learn, that's when you can come back into union and be together in harmony. And then after you've learned and you've grown and you've overcome your issues is when you can go into union, where there's a lot more harmony and peace. But there's typically a major shift with this person. Whereas with a soulmate, there's tiny little challenges, but it's less of a big major thing and more like little things on each step of the way. And so the main differences between soulmate and twin flames is that soulmates you have multiple, whereas twin flames you only have one. And then as far as challenges go, soulmates you can have a lot of smaller challenges, whereas twin flames are going to be a lot of the bigger challenges, the ones that actually change who you are at your core. So now that we know the difference between soulmates and twin flames, let's get into the main part of the video while you guys clicked on, and that's so that you can hear how you can manifest this person into your life. Well, the number one tip for how you can manifest this person into your life is simply to live your life. You are manifesting these people into your life whenever you need them because the universe is manifesting them for you. You don't have to go out and find your soulmate or your twin flame. You're gonna meet your soulmate or twin flame when you're ready to meet them, when you're ready to face that challenge. If you haven't met them yet, it's because your soul isn't ready for that challenge. The universe isn't gonna give you something that you're not yet ready for, and you can't become ready for it just because you want it. It's the same way that if someone wants to become a doctor, they can't go into surgery the next day. They have to learn the steps. That's what you have to do in life. You go through different life experiences so you're at the right time and place for things to happen to you. And so if you're someone where you want to meet your soulmate or your twin flame, you have to get out of the mindset that you have to find them or you're not going to be with them. That's not true. You are going to be with them when you're meant to be with them. You're not going to miss opportunities for the people that are supposed to be in your life. And that, I feel like, is the biggest fear that people have. It's like that you're never going to meet a soulmate, or that you're never going to be with your twin flame, that you're never going to be in perfect happy union. And that's not true. When you let go of the idea of this twin flame or soulmate that you need, you're actually going to allow the right person to come into your life. And that, I feel like, is what people typically block, because you're chasing this idea, what you think it has to be. You don't actually see the people that are coming into your life. And so it's kind of like when you're waiting for a pot to boil over. If you keep watching it, it's never going to happen. You have to let go of the fact that you want this person to come into your life. Really let go of trying to bring them in, and then they will show up when it's time. And then this second tip for manifesting manifesting a twin flame or soulmate. It's for people who are trying to hold on to one or who are trying to get back in union with one. And my biggest tip for you guys is first to let you guys know that being in a toxic relationship doesn't make it a twin flame, because oftentimes people have this misconception that a twin flame is supposed to be hard and there's supposed to be challenges. And yes, there should be external challenges, and yes, there might be internal challenges as far as growth and evolving, but there should not be physical or emotional abuse. Let's say that you guys are twin flames. You are not in the point where you should be in union with this person. Unless that person literally does a whole 180, changes, evolves, and is not abusive, you should not be with them. Regardless if they're your twin flame or not, that is something you don't stay in. There's not a justification for that. And I feel like there's a lot of people in this spiritual community that try and tell you that this person is meant for you, but then they're doing all these negative things to you. That's not what this is. Like, if you see that, that's a red flag, and run. It doesn't matter who this person is to you. And so I wanted to make that very clear, because yes, there's challenges, but it shouldn't be in that abusive, negative type of way. It shouldn't be toxic. It should be things that really make you question a lot and maybe make you a little uncomfortable, but not to the point where you are losing yourself and putting up with behavior that's not okay, not acceptable. And then the third tip is that if you are holding on to someone, you don't want to let them go, you actually need to let them go, because it's essential, especially for twin flames, to have that separation period so that you can both grow and you can both evolve. Because if you guys don't have that essential separation period, you guys are going to miss major lessons that you guys are supposed to learn. And so it's really important, just like that saying, if you love it, set it free. If it comes back to you, it's yours. That's what the universe is doing with this. And so even though it might be scary and it might be uncomfortable, you are actually going to manifest getting into that twin flame soulmate relationship faster by letting them go. And then if you guys aren't meant to be in union in this lifetime, you're going to meet someone else who does. You're going to get a new soulmate to come into your life. And so it's really about being open to the life lessons that the universe is trying to show you. You're not going to get a soulmate or a twin flame by staying in your own little box, by not opening up your mind, because then the universe is going to see you and say, well, they're not ready to learn this lesson, so therefore this lesson can't come into your life, and you're going to miss out on really great people as a result of that. And then the last piece of advice for you guys is that not all soulmates and not all twin flames are meant to be in union. Sometimes you guys are meant to be platonic, and sometimes you are meant to go on your separate paths after you learned your lesson, especially for those of you guys who are dealing with a toxic twin flame like I was talking about earlier. If that is the case, you guys might not be ready for union in this lifetime, and you can meet someone else even if they're not your twin flame. It's going to be a better, healthier relationship for you. And so if you see a lot of red flags and you see that this person hasn't learned their lessons, they're not growing, they're not evolving, and they're staying stuck in these patterns, and you are moving forward without them, that's okay. You have to continue to level up to grow. The same way that we outgrow friends, sometimes we can outgrow our twin flames and soulmates if we're not on the same wavelength. And it doesn't mean that in 10 years they can't catch up to you, but it's saying that at this moment they are not ready for you, and therefore you need to move on and find someone else. And so it's okay to let them go and not accept to be with them until they have learned and until they have grown, because there's no reason why you guys have to go through trying to have someone catch up to you and waiting for them and holding yourself back just because there's this label of soulmate or twin flame. Like I said, these people come into your lives to teach you a lesson, and if the lesson isn't up to your standards anymore, why are you going to waste your time with it? It's the same way that if you're in school and you took a class 5 times, you don't need to take it 5 more times because your friend is still taking it. You can move on, do something else, and then when they're ready, they can catch up to you. And if you're at the same place eventually, that's great. If not, you guys don't have to talk about that subject anymore. You guys can find different commonalities, but you don't have to be together. And so it's really about letting go of the expectations and the mindset that you guys have to be in union, because that is not true. And sometimes it's better off for you to realize that you're better off being alone than being with people who are not at your level, who are not going to make you happy. And so it's really about letting go of this mindset that you need to find your soulmate or you need to find your twin flame. You don't need them to make you happy. And when they come into your life, they're supposed to help you and enhance your life. They're not supposed to take from you. They're not supposed to be draining you. They shouldn't be an energy vampire. And so if that's the case, if you're dealing with those people, find a new soulmate. There's plenty of them. Everyone has multiple of them, and you're better off finding someone else and letting go of the person you're currently holding on to than waiting and wishing for this person to come into your life. And those of you who aren't chasing a specific person but more the idea of them, let go of the idea, because it's holding you back and it's making you miss out on different people because you're labeling them, saying they're not my soulmate when you're not even giving them a chance. And so it's really about letting people come into your life, teach you lessons, and in turn you're going to learn more about yourself, and then you will attract your soulmate or the twin flame that you want into your life, the one that you actually need. And this way you let go of all those expectations that are holding you back and making you very blinded by the people you're interacting with. So I really hope this helped you guys out. If it did, please give it a big thumbs up and share with someone else who needs to hear this message. If you guys want to see more videos like this, please let me know in the YouTube comments down below. I really want to make videos that help you guys grow and evolve, and I can't wait to see you all in my next video. If you guys haven't already, please hit subscribe. I would love to have you guys a part of this family. Also turn on that bell notification so you don't miss out on my next post, and I can't wait to see you all in my next video. Have a good one. Bye.